Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So good to see you. This month, we've been working with, I'm going to say transformation, and we have been becoming aware of tools and little reminders that can keep us on track with what we're doing. And Cindy's services have been awesome, and I would recommend checking them out on YouTube. But the first time, her first service was receive or reward. So, and it's to shift our consciousness to be able to just have our life experience open to receive, not have to be deserving, because we already are. And it's just a little subtle shift in consciousness that we deserve whatever our hearts desire. The second service was life is a stream of moments. And isn't that what life is? Every day is a new day, and we can be born again every day. And the cool part of that service, if you go back and look at it, Cindy brought a nice pair of colored shoes, you know, and because her soul wanted them, see? So she allowed herself to receive these beautiful colored heels, which I know you ladies can relate to me about that. But just see, she received them. She deserved to receive them. And we didn't have to reward her. And these are subtle things that we can work with and just to allow ourselves to receive, you know. And then last week she talked about our soul and our soul journey and how we have created this journey, and perhaps all the little experiences in our life are setups, so that they can set up the next experience, or to set up why we came to the planet this lifetime. So, pretty good lessons this far. So today I'm going to talk about the joy of the journey. The joy of the journey. Okay, so, wow. Is everyone enjoying their journey? Most people are going, yeah. So the joy, we want to have joy. That's why I love the first song they sang, Joyful, Joyful, we adore thee, joyful, joyful. You know, to recognize that joy that's within us all, that joy is within life and everyone else. And it's important for us to speak that out and to open up our hearts, our minds, our consciousness to experience that, because joy is integral to our manifestation process. So the joy of the journey. So the first thing we could do is embrace the journey. We could embrace the journey, and then we could choose happiness. See, I'm going to choose happiness. If we created this life, you know, see, I think life is a gift. I don't think life is a punishment. And it's a shift in consciousness, because people think they have to do all this paying back and stuff, when it's just giving love that transmutes the karma and the experiences that would limit our expression as God's love. Our mission statement with InnerQuest, the journey of life is to know oneself. The path begins in the heart. The journey of life is to know oneself. The path begins in the heart. Within our heart resides that one who cares. Within our heart is the still small voice that will always guide us to our highest and best good. Be still and know. Be still and know. So the joy of the journey, embrace life and choose happiness. That's what free will is all about, isn't it? Free will is choice. And we always have choice. We can rationalize that we might not have choice, but we always have choice. That's the truth. I want to share a poem. This is Spirit gave me these poems, and it kind of goes along with today. And it's titled, You Are Beautiful. So in your heart, I want everybody to say, I am beautiful. You can even say it out loud if you want. I am beautiful. Because once we begin to speak the word, that brings it back into manifestation, into form. So, you are beautiful. What is life? 'Tis only life, with wonders yet to see. To many it's a journey, to some it is to be. The flower, oh so fragile, its beauty there for all, to give the essence of her life, a healing balm, dissolving strife. Not to judge a moment is clearly there to see, for all of life is showing us goodness just to be. Life, what a gift. Our life is a gift. And we love to get gifts, and don't gifts make us joyful? And if we can receive this ultimate gift of life and observe her gift, just to be. Nature is such a wonderful teacher. We can the flowers, just to be. But it's nice to get some flowers sometime to dissolve strife or to embolden love, expression. Nature. We like our soft, cuddly puppies or kittens. We love the beautiful trees. And all that life is doing is just being. Life is just being. So an interesting word that we could look at is human being. Human being. Hu, divine. Being. Being divine. Human being. Divine man being. Being divine man. It's right in front of us every day. We have opportunity to see life being divine, the divine creation of God. And it's ours, if we choose, to allow that God within the freedom to express. The freedom to express. We are all on this wonderful journey of life, and each is unique and each is integral. And we are one, and we are connected with all of life. And as we begin to become aware of that and to move into that relationship, we can truly begin to experience joy. God is. We begin to experience the joy that's never ending. The faith that says, yes, you can. That's the life that we can choose. The life that we can choose. I love the words of Jesus, follow me. Follow me. The words of Jesus the Christ. Follow me. Fear not. I'm always with you. So we have this radiant light and love within our hearts. We touched it earlier in our meditation. And that is the energy that we can follow if we choose to follow that light within, the Christ within our heart. Fear not, I'm always with you. That still small voice is ever there to guide us. Jesus being the model for man, Jesus the Christ being the model of man, Jesus understanding his oneness with the Father, and then allowing that Father energy, that God energy to flow through whatever he did. And he would always say, it's not I, but the Father within who doeth the works, who speak these words. To begin to understand that we can live as Jesus lived. We don't have to live how Jesus lived. We live in a completely different time-space sequence. But to begin to understand, we can allow God to speak through us. We can allow God to flow through us in whatever we're doing, in any manifestation, any creation. Jesus lived in oneness with God. And we can choose to live in oneness with God. And as we go within and connect with that energy, that will strengthen our ability to move into that experience of life, oneness with God. I want to read, this is from chapter 44 in the Aquarian. And it kind of tells where we're at right now. The more things change, the more things remain the same. Here we go. This is in Jesus, his travels, where he went to Greece. And he's talking to the Greek people who are very aware scientifically, musically, spiritually, philosophically, all this in their awareness with life. And one thing that he recognized about the Greek people is that they were open. So he goes to, they were excited about seeing him and listening to him, and this is what he says to them. Okay. And it starts at verse 14. So he's talking to the Greeks. I come not here to speak of science, of philosophy, or art. Of these you are the world's best masters. He's recognizing their work that they've done to grow and expand their consciousness. But all your high accomplishments are but stepping stones to worlds beyond the realm of sense, are but elusive shadows flitting on the walls of time. But I would tell you of a life beyond, within, a real life that cannot pass away. In science and philosophy, there is no power strong enough to fit a soul to recognize itself or to commune with God. I would not stay the flow of your great streams of thought, but I would turn them to the channels of the soul. He's not trying to change them. He's just trying to direct their creative spirit to encompass spirit, to encompass God with what they're doing, because that can really elevate them and free them from the limitations of the mind. To recognize where they're at and honor where they're at. I'm going to share this with you. He wanted them to see beyond the veil, to access spirit consciousness. And the way is to open the door to God in our heart. Jesus began to teach them of the heart. No matter how masterful we become in the world of matter, we must remember that our highest teaching comes from within. That the highest teaching is that God is love and that man and God are one. Expressing this love is our path to Christ. Expressing this love is our path to Christ. He didn't say learning this love, learning about this. Expressing. We have God within us. God and man are one. God being all-powerful, all-wise, ever-present love. This is within us. To begin to allow ourselves to express our unique being, our unique expression. We are the individual expression of God on planet Earth. And as we allow love to guide us, see, Christ is love, follow me, follow love. Allow love to guide all of our thoughts, words, actions, all of our accomplishments. You see, we don't have to hide away from the world or cut it off. We can embellish our world with love. We can become more relaxed in our life with love. We can become more accepting in our life with love. We can be true to ourselves as love. To see beyond the veil. To see beyond the veil. What is creating this? God, Spirit. God fulfills itself as our individual being. In our separation from God, we put God outside of ourselves, and we totally believe in the sense of duality. We believe in the sense of duality. Because there isn't duality only in that we think there's duality. There is oneness. There are experiences of opposites in our world, and they give us some perspective. But when we allow that higher love to flow through us, that lifts us and expands us into a bigger picture to see beyond. God fulfills itself in our individual being. And that's what Jesus said when he said, it's not I, but the Father, expressing through Jesus. God expresses through you all. God expresses through us all. God expressed through the beautiful songs this morning. Unique expression. The unique expression following God's guidance. I want to sing this song. They sing that song. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful expression. And it's a beautiful gift to the soul, and it's a beautiful gift to all our souls. Just being. Just being. And as we surrender, allowing God to flow through us, we will be provided with the necessary wisdom, activity, opportunity, and prosperity. It's so beautiful to begin to understand that as we choose happiness, we will experience happiness. Because that is our true state. See? We're spiritual beings. So as we allow God to flow through us, that it may be fulfilled on earth as it is in heaven. On earth as it is in heaven. We all know the Lord's Prayer. Our Father with heaven, allness within, we are one with the Father. Holy is your name, the whole creation. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is heaven. So we get out of our will, our small will, and move into divine will. And we allow that divine idea, that divine expression, just flow freely. Earth becomes heaven to the degree in which we let God fulfill itself as our individual experience. There are people that experience heaven on earth right now. There are all degrees of consciousness on our planet. But to begin to let go, surrender, accept, embrace, and flow the energy of spirit through our body. See, we're the creator, sons and daughters of God. I don't think we're supposed to wait for an energy or entity outside of ourself to start this creative process. See, it's innate within us. It's innate within us. And all we have to do is choose. Choose to be who we truly are. Earth becomes heaven to the degree in which we let God fulfill itself as our individual experience. We all know people that are a joy to be around because they allow love to flow. And we all know people we avoid because they allow fear or anger to flow, you see? And as we begin to open up our hearts to that vibration of love, like attracts like. You see? Like attracts like. So in our walk, we've heard maybe you haven't. I'm older. Here's an expression. Birds of a feather flock together. Anybody heard that one? Birds of a feather flock together. Okay. So it's like the same energy, the same consciousness. So what we have to do is pluck out some of our feathers, of anger, worry, fear, blame, guilt. You say, pluck those out. We pluck those out, and now our God vibration can get stronger and flow out into the world, and then we'll begin to draw people of like consciousness, of like vibration. You see? It's a wonderful experience that this life affords us, and we can just say, thank you, God, and just be joyful and be happy. When we accomplish a goal, a dream, a heart's desire, we usually find happiness or joy with that, you see? And what we can begin to do is understand that if we sought happiness first, our experience would be different. Because a lot of times when we have goals and dreams, We have to do a bunch of stuff to deserve them, to be rewarded by God. I was good. God blessed me. God blesses us all with exactly that which we need. That's oneness. We're all special. How's that? We are all special. God blesses us all in the unique way that our soul would need it or use it at any moment in time. It's the Father within who doeth the works. So when we begin to embrace that truth or that teaching, it's ours to just go forth and bless them, to go forth and be. All of life is showing us goodness just to be. And you know, nature's doing pretty good on its own with God. Now, when man gets his little fingers into it, we see a little misqualified energy. Let's block a few streams up. Let's cut down some forests. Let's whatever. Do you see? When we can allow nature to be, this planet will transform itself. When we allow our unique essence, I am, to be, we will transform our body, will transform our life. Identity. In a lot of the parables and stories in the Bible, the Aquarian, we, as we teach it, show that God is just giving the people identity. I guess the biggest one would be our Father, you see? Our Father. Jesus didn't say my Father. So he gives us all this identity that we are the sons and daughters of God. So we have identity, and then he would give them something to do, which would be purpose. We just have to be aware of who we are. And it's real powerful. We're moving through this paradigm shift. When Jesus came, it was a paradigm shift from the God outside to the God within. So 2,000 years we followed Jesus. We followed his walk, his pattern, his model, okay? So now, 2,000 years later, we're moving into a new age, okay? A new paradigm again. A new, click the vibration up again. And so now it's ours to begin to take these teachings of Jesus, the truth I am, and to begin to live them. You see? Not wait. Begin to live the truth I am. Begin to blossom, to be the creators that we are. And it's really, I think, exciting as we look at life and we see so much entrepreneurship going on. People creating new little businesses, doing what their heart tells them to do. And people aren't as money-driven as heart-driven. The energy is shifting on the planet, is raising, it's rising, so that we can begin to explore and experience higher levels of consciousness. Higher levels of consciousness, functioning level of awareness. So as we become aware of something, we move through it, we practice with it. Next thing you know, we expand into another level of consciousness. And that's what this journey is. We're on this journey through consciousness. The soul moving through consciousness. Yay, God. We're opening up the prison door of the cell. We're freeing ourselves. As we free ourselves, when one is healed, all are healed. When one is helped, all are helped. That's where we're at right now. And to not have it here, but to have it here. To begin to see each other truly beyond the words brother and sister, but truly brother and sister. Connecting with the love within each heart and allowing that love for the other to come in and feed me and I give my love and feed them. And then we both lift. We both lift. And so to have an identity, I'm going to share this. This is pretty good. So we can either be a time-bound consciousness or a timeless consciousness. So time-bound. Time-bound is when we relinquish the self for the self-image, our social mask. Our true self, spirit, we're divine. When we relinquish this, and here's my mask, and this is who I am. So we relinquish all the qualities, characteristics of spirit so that we can put this mask on and then manifest this. And we limit ourselves to the laws of matter, the laws of man. Timeless is when we begin to accept our spiritual nature, to begin to accept our spiritual nature, and it's where we begin to be still, go within, and listen to our guidance. Listen to the still small voice within our heart, our intuition. Time-bound, reacting to the past and the present. Timeless, being in the now. Time-bound, intellect, controlling. Timeless, heart, feeling. Identity. We choose to see ourselves, period. We've got choices. We've got options. As we continue our journey through the evolution in consciousness, and we move through these ages, and we see at each age there's another click, there's a new ideal to look at, and work with that for a couple thousand years. But get it because the wheel keeps turning. To be guided by the still small voice allows us to live in the now and to be timeless. To be timeless. You know, I share with the students, even when I'm doing counseling and everything, and we are so time-bound. We're all time challenged. There's never enough time. I can't get this done, or give me one more thing to do, blah, blah, blah. Time-bound. So I'll say, there's 1,440 minutes in each day. I got that many, and so do you. Okay? So it's how are we choosing to use our minutes? You see? Now, you're going to let someone else tell you how to use your minutes to fit into this outer schedule? Or are you going to go within and listen to guidance? And if you get guidance from the end, I will guarantee you'll have enough time, wisdom, money, and the activity of spirit to do whatever you're guided to do from within. That's the spiritual timelessness of our being. The journey that we call life is a gift. And as Jesus shifted us into that new paradigm in the Piscean age, we're being asked to shift. See, we're being asked to shift from within our heart. You know, hey, it's time to change. We all get these little nudges from intuition, from spirit. We're all being asked to shift and to be that creator, son, daughter of God. So, follow me. And you know what? Fear not. I'm always with you. Fear not, I'm always with you. You know, in the, I guess, 70s, you might have to go into a museum to see this picture, but there was a big poster of Jesus, and he's smiling, and it's got J under it. Is anybody old enough to remember that one? No. Okay, trust me, this is real. I'll find it. But it was the most beautiful picture because it was just such a serene, peaceful smile. Better than Mona Lisa. And that's the Christ energy. That's the Christ energy. soft, gentle, joy-filled, all-powerful. So as we begin to stand up and to begin to express our uniqueness, to just enjoy the process. See, enjoy the process. It's the Father within who doeth the works. You hold the dream. Spirit will make it happen. You hold the dream. Spirit will make it happen. Let's go within. And once again, as we close our eyes and just breathe, Father, we ask to feel your love. We ask that your love fan that inner flame of light within our heart. And just breathe and just see that inner light begin to grow and expand within your heart. And just breathe and just be aware of that radiant light, radiant, expanding throughout your body. And see your body filled with light. As you sit in your chair, see your body filled with light. From the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet to your fingertips. And just breathe. See your body filled with light. With God's light. Feel your unique vibration as you sit in your chair. I ask to feel your love, Father. So just breathe. I ask to feel your love, Father. And just become aware of your unique vibration. Your individual expression of God on planet Earth at this moment in time. So just breathe and feel. This is who you are. This is who I am. I am with you always. So breathe and feel, and breathe and know. Know this vibration, your unique vibration. It's your gift to the world. It's your gift to life. It is life itself. To just be. Goodness, life is telling us just to be. So breathe and feel. Be still and know. Gently wiggle your toes and fingers, and gently open your eyes as we return in consciousness to this room. That's as simple as life is. To take a moment to close those doors to the world and open the door to Spirit and just be. Just be. Yeah, God.